Hello friends, and welcome to my kitchen. In case we have never met, my name is Cathy Souto, and I'm a pastoral assistant for religious formation at St. Charles. I hope and pray that as you listen, you are safe and well. So for Easter dinner this year, my husband and I had a Zoom dinner with our son Eric, who lives in Houston, his fiancée Alexis, and her mom, who lives in Long Island. I have to say it's a really different way to share a meal, but it was great. You know, this whole pandemic has really made me think about how we gather with people and how we're in communion with them. We're really lucky to have this technology that brings us together, but even when we don't have these kinds of resources, we're all still connected. We're always in communion with each other. As a reminder of our communion, I'd love you to pause the video now and get something to eat. A small snack of something that you enjoy, and then come back. So as a virtual community, let's enjoy our snacks together. In the daily readings for Mass, we've been hearing stories of the early Christian communities and what those communities were like. In today's first reading, we hear the first Christian community. I'll read it to you. This is a reading from the Acts of the Apostles. The community of believers was of one heart and mind, and no one claimed that any of his possessions was his own, but they had everything in common. With great power the apostles bore witness to the resurrection of the Lord Jesus, and great favor was accorded them all. There was no needy person among them, for those who owned property or houses would sell them, bring the proceeds of the sale, and put them at the feet of the apostles, and they were distributed to each according to need. Thus Joseph, also named by the apostles Barnabas, which translate a son of encouragement, a Levite, a Cypriot by birth, sold a piece of property that he owned, then brought the money and put it at the feet of the apostles. In this reading, we see the early Christian community that was enlivened. They were energized by the Spirit of God. They were of one heart and mind, sharing everything, so there was no needy person among them. Recognizing God's love transformed the way they saw themselves, and it transformed the way they treated each other. No one among them should be needy because every single life is important. Every life matters. Makes me think a lot about what our community looks like right now. Everyone is sacrificing for the greater good, either on the front lines or physically distancing in our homes. We do this so that there are fewer sick ones among us. We're recognizing that every life matters, and we're trying to do what's best for everyone. In this reading, I'm particularly struck by Barnabas. His name was Joseph, but the apostles nicknamed him Barnabas, which means a son of encouragement. What a great name! Barnabas epitomized the life of the early Christians. He trusted God, he sold his property, and he shared what he had with the community. Later in the Bible, we'll learn that he was a great encourager to Saul, later named Paul, and that together they were instrumental in spreading the good news in the early church. You know, more than ever today, we need encouragers. We need to support each other. We need to make the Easter message known to everyone through our words and our actions. We need to support those on the front line of the pandemic, and we need to support and encourage those who are facing financial turmoil. We need to encourage those who are sick and those who've lost loved ones. We need to encourage our neighbors, our coworkers, our classmates, our friends, and our family. We need people of encouragement everywhere. So I was thinking, how can I be an encourager from my home? Well, a couple of things came to mind. This is a whiteboard that I usually keep on the refrigerator, and it usually has a grocery list on it or something that I need to remember to do. But that's a great place to put a little note of encouragement. In the cabinet, I found these note cards. A small note in a neighbor's mailbox is a great encouragement. There's more things: a phone call, a grocery store gift card for someone in need, donations to the organizations that are doing some great work right now. Even a smile, a kind word to the person stacking shelves in the grocery store or delivering your mail. Anyone can be a person of encouragement. During this pandemic, we see encouragers all around us, don't we? New Yorkers clapping every night, signs at hospitals from grateful communities, gifts left for delivery workers, sidewalk chalk messages of encouragement, all kinds of small and wonderful actions which give us all hope and keep us all going. You know, this pandemic has shown us is our shared humanity. We're all the same. There are no differences or borders between those who suffer. We catch the same virus, but we also have the same human needs and desires. In so many ways, this pandemic has brought out the best in us. It has revealed the many Barnabases among us, encouraging each other. My hope is that when this is over, many of us will have recognized our call to be encouragers in the world, and that we'll continue to encourage and support and take care of each other, especially the most vulnerable in our world. As Paul writes in the first letter to the Thessalonians, therefore, encourage one another and build one another up, just as you are doing. Thanks for joining me for the snack and for being in this virtual prayer community. Until we see each other again, I wish you peace.